Cavish. I've spent the last 20 years chasing food stories in China, and today I'm in Guangdong, chasing the roots of Cantonese BBQ. This is the family farm of Chen Naqiao. Chen was a former pig farmer, now a pig roaster, and he sells traditional roast pigs at his casual restaurants. The Chen family are one of the last families in this area, still roasting pigs in these underground brick ovens. It's a really basic approach that people all over the world have figured out. Dig a hole, light a fire, put a pig in the hole. But over the centuries, in Guangdong they've turned this into a high craft, making it quite sophisticated and special. The day starts early, picking out the pigs for that day's orders. After the slaughter, there's a very specific process for butchering to make sure that when the pig goes into the oven, it's going to roast evenly. The pigs go into the oven twice, the first time for just a few minutes to tighten up the skin. These aren't suckling pigs. They grow very small. These pigs are about 6 months old, and an industrial pig at the same age would be 3, 4, even 5 times bigger than these guys, which are about 20 pounds right now. They're a slow-growing variety. They eat sweet potatoes, pumpkin, and rice from the farm.
What are you having? You got some sweet potatoes, some rice. It's like it's comedy.
They're bringing the ovens back to life, getting ready for the second roast. The ovens are about 8 feet deep and lined with brick. They use bamboo as fuel, which they buy from the nearby banana plantations. They use the bamboo as scaffolding for the trees. The bamboo burns super hot, but dies out quickly. The point isn't to cook over the bamboo though. The big fire is to heat the bricks, and then use the radiant heat from the bricks to cook the pigs. Once the fire dies down, the oven will be between 500 and 600 degrees Fahrenheit, and the pigs will cook in about an hour. Once the pigs go in for the second roast, you start to see the real skill. But not just taking a pig and throwing it in a pit and leaving it for an hour or overnight. From here on out, it's kind of a game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between the water gun to control the temperature, and then covering and uncovering it with these wet burlap sacks to kind of lock in the steam and the heat. And you can see, he doesn't have a thermometer, he doesn't have a flashlight, he doesn't have a timer. All he has is these burlap sacks, a water gun, and this hook to kind of move the pigs around or tweak their position slightly. This is where you have to have the experience to be able to know what is the exact temperature that you need for the oven.
I 的爷爷老爸几代人了啊，所以我这个重庆那个配料一定要做那个良心菜，天然香的，不是那个添加剂，不是这种的，不是科学化学喷的，我一定要，因为什么？猪麻、花生都是天然香，你说不说？
The hard part isn't roasting a pig, it's roasting it evenly. So the skin is crackly, the fat underneath is soft, the meat isn't over or undercooked. This is it, the final product, today's order.
Here we are, it's 5-6 hours after we first arrived at the farm.
This is the end result. This is a quarter of a pig. If we look at this is a really beautiful piece of pork. We have this thin glass layer of caramelized or brown skin on the top. Primarily, this is about that crunch. And so the pig itself is really tender, really fragrant. It has a little bit of the saltiness from that marinade that they put on it when they cured it for about 10 or 15 minutes earlier in the day. So this is a little bit different to what our friend Lucas did in Hong Kong, where he went to the last underground roaster there. These pigs are a lot smaller. These pigs are maybe a quarter the size of the pigs that they do in Hong Kong. And the main difference is that this pig didn't go through a slaughterhouse. It was killed this morning. It was killed maybe 4 or 5 hours ago. And the thinking here in Guangdong is that you want everything as fresh as possible. You want your ingredients as fresh as possible. And that extends to meat and extends even to pork. And not just pork, actually. From here, we're heading a few hours east to Goose Town to see a city that specializes in a slightly different part of Cantonese barbecue. Stay tuned.